87, 88. Used to be a lovely conference. Well, this is the old signage here. Used to be a big conference room in there. It'd be a lovely venue, the old Ibis. Not anymore. A lot of the dealing goes on.
For the asylum, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, you can't say it there.
You don't stay in there.
Oblivious.
From the area, trying to book a hotel like
I know,
that,
exactly.
and then walking into a migrant home.
Yeah.
As soon as we walked back to my car, I put my hand on the back door like this. As soon as I done that, it exploded. So one hit my back door of my car, and as soon as that exploded, I looked up and another one came to my head. But I turned my head so slightly, so it hit me here.
And I'm not sure if you've seen the Pink Ladies, but we're quite a force to be reckoned with, and we do hold people accountable. Mind, in this town alone, we've got sexual assaults, we've got rapes. Not heard of any murders yet, but you know that will happen.
I am currently at the Ibis Hotel over in Stevenage in Hertfordshire. There's a movement going on here called Herts Stand Up, and they've got a small protest this morning regarding the situation going on over here. Now there's a lot of immigrants. I've got my daughter lives here, and she said there's some serious problems going on with what's been happening in this hotel. People being abused locally. There's been a few attacks, a few assaults. So these guys are all meeting down here to have a protest and see what's been going on with these hotels. It's been going on up and down the country, but as I say, this is my hometown, Stevenage. We're currently in Northamptonshire, and this is...
I'm Hayley,
This is
Pink Lady.
Pink Lady, go ahead.
Pink Lady Stevenage. So yeah, we are standing out here basically because at the moment this is a 98-room Ibis Hotel right in the middle of town. We have children walking through here. We have a load of females walking through here at night because they finish work late. All the way along here, they've turned all the lights off. So literally from Tesco's to there it's pitch black, and they're expecting us to walk past these men. Now bearing in mind there's only 98 rooms, there's actually over 300 of them in there. And I'm not sure if you've seen the Pink Ladies, but we're quite a force to be reckoned with, and we do hold people accountable. I here myself witnessed an immigrant walking in there with a knife. I told the police went in and they engaged with him, and that's all they did. They didn't even take the knife off him. Now bearing in mind in this town alone we've got sexual assaults, we've got rapes. Not heard of any murders yet, but you know that will happen. We've got schools that are going into lockdown. One of our schools, Mossbury Way, was put into lockdown special measures. When I called my school, my son's school, to find out if they knew about this, they didn't know. And then I rang them again at 9:30, they still didn't know. And I said, this is where the issue is. I said, if one school gets attacked, then every school in this area should be made aware, or anywhere there's got children in settings. Why are we waiting all the time to act when something happens? We know that we are under threat. Every single person is a target, and it really doesn't matter who you are. They are coming for us. And not only are we have the illegal immigrants that are coming here on the boats, sometimes up to 1,000 a day. These men are undocumented, they're unvetted, and they are just put into these hotels and left to roam around in the streets. And we as mums, aunties, sisters and females, we don't feel safe. We are not given a level playing field. We have nothing to protect us. The police do not protect us. The police are okay because they have their stab vests, they have their buttons, they have their pepper spray, but they're not given anything to the females or citizens of this country. We are just left to fend for ourselves. So we have to understand why this is happening, why they're allowing all these men to be invaded. There has to be a bigger picture and questions have to be asked. I'm not prepared to sit back and allow these men to roam the streets while my children are coming to and from school and I'm coming to and from work. You know, I don't see any men cowering away from women. I don't see any men not wanting to walk past one lone woman, let alone a group of women. But we don't feel safe. I don't feel safe walking past any man. I don't feel safe knowing that we have these undocumented, unvetted men that are carrying diseases, that are raping, murdering and sexually assaulting our women, and then getting released back into the community to roam and to do it all over again. And then we pay them for the privilege of doing that by sending them away with £2,000 in their pocket to them to start the whole process again. There is no deterrent. We know that. The only way this is going to stop is if we stand up and we unite. And as a Pink Lady, and as groups which I'm standing here today with Stand Up to Herts, these seem to be more of the gentleman side of it, because obviously when you're a pink lady you do feel threatened, but if you come into the fixes and you come into these communities where they have protests that align with yours, join up, you know. We're bigger in numbers, and always remember we're more powerful than what they are.
Yeah, exactly, and that's it, isn't
That
it?
is it. We
That's
are more
what-
powerful, but we are scared. And
Yeah.
everyone who says to me, "Oh, you're a racist," "Oh, you're a Nazi," I don't care, because I know I'm not. Yeah, and I don't have to validate that I'm not. You have to prove that I'm a Nazi by standing here in pink and wanting to protect me, protect my girls, yeah, and protect my children. Right? I don't want them growing up in an ideology where it's acceptable for a man to marry a 6-year-old, where it's acceptable for children because as soon as they get to puberty, no matter what age they are, they're there and they're impregnated, and then that's it. The whole process is they are there just to impregnate women and just keep reproducing. And we need to wake up. People need to wake up. We're not racist, we're not Nazis, we're concerned parents. 10 years ago, if there was children in a dance class that got beheaded, because let's not forget that's what happened to those children, that man actually decapitated those girls, yeah? And it was all hush-hush. Even now, people are not enraged by it. How are you not enraged? How is it that a girl cannot walk down the street without having her hood thrown over her head to be stabbed in the back? How is it that we are releasing a man recently who was released on early release, bearing in mind he'd already just served 11 years for manslaughter for drowning someone in a canal. He was then released and stabbed that girl in the wing. I can't remember her name.
I know
something
that I've read the incident.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Lily
I mean,
White.
there's so many of these
Anyway,
happening.
there's so many. And this is what I'm saying. There is so many. I'm going to read out today, just some of the statistics that we are brawling ourselves with. I mean, how can we be sending £19 million to Pakistan to help them with their sexual predators over there when we have them in our own? Why are we not using that £19 million to kick the grooming gang off the floor, yeah, and pay someone with clout that was going to actually ruin this government and expose them for what they're doing? They are enabling and they are complicit in the sexualisation, the rape, the sexual assault and all the crime that's happening because there is no deterrent.
Yeah.
These men, they're breaking into our country 1,000 a day and we don't know who they are or where they come from. They all have the same date of birth, they're all called Mohammed, and they're all left. Whenever they come in, they're not even fingerprinted. So if you can imagine, I've asked police, why do you not at least fingerprint them? Okay, we don't know where they come from because that's what they say. Fingerprint them. Why are you waiting them to rape? Why are you waiting to sexually assault someone? Why are you waiting to commit crime? Why are you waiting for them to murder our children on our streets and our women and use us as commodities?
What do they say? What do they say when you ask them this? What's their response? Is it just
Usually they
dead
shrug their thing and they say, look, what can we do? And I said, my answer is there's a lot you can do. Listen, I'm prepared to get arrested. I'm prepared to go above and beyond. Yeah? This is worth money. And I understand people have to work, but at some point you have to have a moral compass. Yeah? You have to stand there and say what's right and what's wrong. And what the police don't also understand, and this is what I say to them as well, what's it like being... I know what it's like now to be a minority. I'm a minority in terms of a woman and a female. That makes me a minority, yeah? So as I'm a minority, I know what it feels like. And when I've said to the police, do you not understand that you will become the minority once? Because once these people get more and more power, yeah, more and more of you are going to be pushed out. And if you're white, yeah, that's going to zack. We've seen it on the BBC. We've seen it in Metropolitan Police adverts. They want non-white. Is it non-white people?
That's it.
Need apply.
Yeah.
So they're openly creating division. They're openly creating racism, and they're doing it they're doing it in plain sight. And we are just sitting there and accepting it. And when I say that to the police, they've got no answer. And I said, listen. And also, I know the fact is, if you was to actually come on our side, which there is a couple that I have spoken to, not on our side, but they have told me things, and I'm never going to reveal my information. But then I don't need to reveal it because I see it every day. Someone doesn't need to tell me what is going on when I'm seeing it. I'm in London. I go to protests. I've been in White. I was in Canning Town yesterday at City Hall. Mayor was in there.
Yeah.
We asked him to come out. He wouldn't come out. Susan Hall came out. She spoke to the Pink Ladies and expressed that how we're feeling about the grooming gangs.
Yeah.
The 9,000 that Sadiq Khan said never happened and didn't know what a grooming gang was. Now the Met Police are investigating that we know of 9,000 of them. He refused to come out, of course, set his little wet blankets out on top of us. Then they felt threatened, and then one of us was supposedly were racist. I couldn't prove that we said anything racist, so we was banned from going in there, even though Susan Hall invited us in as a Pink Lady. So we could sit in assembly in a public gallery that's owned by us, and we get refused to go in.
What was the turnout yesterday? Did you have quite a few down there?
Oh yeah, about 30.
About 30, it's
yeah.
bad for a weekday.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
it's a weekday, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
and
a
I'm going to
Friday,
tell you
so,
now,
yep.
I was on my own, and I was like walking up and down as I do on my hailer, and this one gentleman just walked past, middle-aged white man, let's say, and he said, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You women are this, you women are that." Fortunately, one of the commenters we weren't ready. No one was filming, so no one got it. But they did get me after, saying to him, "Come and have a conversation with me and tell me that I'm wrong for wanting to protect my own." Yeah, and knowing that this man is in this house, Sadiq Khan, knowing that there is 9,000 grooming gangs, and he still refused to apologise to every single one of those girls yesterday. When Susan Hall asked him, "Can you now apologise to every single girl that you dismissed?" and he didn't.
It's a
where we
disgrace.
are.
It's an absolute disgrace.
And
We
the
know
only
it-
reason he is in there, and you can tell, is because the Muslim population there, that's where they want him. They want him in power, and they're now saying, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I can just see what may or may
Well,
not
conspiracy
happen.
realist now,
Realist,
isn't
yeah.
it? Realist, what's
Yeah.
going on? It's,
But
it's
I'm
there.
active in what I say.
Yeah.
In what I
Yeah.
say, I do look at facts. Yeah, I do look, but I can only go by what I
Yeah.
search myself and find out the information for myself. But knowing that there is a lot of people that are scared to come out because they believe they're going to get called racist.
Yeah.
It's just attending that first march and feeling that passion that we all have. Yeah, but we're all scared to say. There's only a few people that are going to do it, and we seem to get less and less protests against us now, because even they're turning on their own. You know, what is racism? They can't even tell you what racism. And every single one that comes here stand up to racism, all them lot. I don't see any black people in there. I don't see any Sikh people in there. I don't see any Muslim people in there. They're all white. But yet when a black person, as Bushi, I don't know if someone follows Bushi, she goes round, she's a black
That's
person.
it, I've seen her.
And
Yeah,
she goes
yeah,
round
she
a
goes
lot
round.
of
Yeah,
these
I follow it,
SUTRs, and she's asked the same question.
Yeah.
I'm a black person, but you're more threatening than what these Pink Ladies are.
Yeah.
So there you go. So, you know, there's lots to unpack really, but people have got to get out, they've got to get the information, and they've really got to start doing their research. And my main thing was be researching your school. This week I rang my school, I've spoken to them about halal meat because we wasn't advised about that. I've asked them to take him out of certain religious studies, because it's not, what's that word, when you have to do something, I can't remember that word. It's not mandatory.
Yeah.
It's not mandatory to do certain things. So, as they're not teaching the proportion minimalist about Christianity, so I said that's fine. I said I don't teach him anything, so I prefer him to be out of the class, and he's out of the class. My next one is to speak about the ethics. They do like a pride ethics thing.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah. But the thing is, when I was at school, you just religious studies and
RE,
ethics.
wasn't
That was
it?
it.
And that was it,
Yeah?
yeah.
Now it's all jumbled up in these meanings or these titles, but we don't actually know what they are. We're not questioning it. We're just saying, oh, he's doing this, he's doing... No. Go in and find out what your child is eating. Go in and find out who is teaching him. Go and find what the teachers, what their ideology is, because you're going to find them on Facebook somewhere. You will
And it's a
find
very-
them, and you need to do... Don't rely on someone else to look after your child, because they're not.
Yeah, and it's a very socialist indoctrination going on there.
Listen,
within the
why are they
schools,
not?
isn't it?
Yeah, who wants to learn about wars that really have no meaning to us? We don't want to know about that. I don't want to know about an ideology. Yeah? I don't want my children knowing about a Quran or Islam where they don't align with what I'm not saying. You go ahead and do what you want to do, but you're not forcing that or oppressing it on me.
Yeah.
I am nothing. I'm not. I'm more, if anything, I'm more spiritual, and I'll be more inclined to go Buddhism way.
Yeah.
You know, I was brought up a Catholic. My dad is an immigrant. Yeah. My grandparents came here from Ireland. My dad came here from Ireland. Do you know what I mean? So my dad was an immigrant, but again, what he done, he came over here as my granddad did, and they built their life. They built the life that I can stand here today for my freedom. And now, within less than 80 years, someone thinks they can come in and oppress and take it over. No, we've got to stand up.
And you've got the veterans, the poor veterans,
Veterans,
out on the streets.
And this is what I said to the Stand Up to Racism people were here. They came in here with their gifts.
Oh, they were here the other week, weren't they,
here,
taking food in?
As soon as the pink ladies went on that first Sunday, the following Saturday they came here. They came in with gifts. And I said to them, you had to walk past 2 homeless men who were there every Saturday. I said, did you give them a care pack? Yeah? Or did you offer them like £49 a night for a couple of nights in the hotel for a shower? No, but you're prepared to come in with your gifts and you'll sing your songs. But I bet you £1 a penny, not one of you would have them in your house.
Yeah, of course they wouldn't.
No.
Well, they've asked them, haven't they? I've seen videos where they've gone round. They said to them, would you have one of these in your house? Oh no, I don't. I rent. I can't have. Any excuse.
It's any excuse.
So it's this do-gooding attitude.
It's like when you ask them, determine what you believe I'm a racist about. And even a lady yesterday, she said to me, not yesterday, last Sunday when I was here, because I'm here 11 till 1 every Sunday.
Is that 11 o'clock every Sunday?
11 till 1 every Sunday is the Pink Ladies Stevenage.
Okay.
And we also get ladies coming from Potter's Bar. We get ladies coming from...
Is it the Epping? Do you have any... Because that's where... What did this originate
It originated from Epping, I believe, because that was where the gentleman... Well, he's not a gentleman, he's a pig. It's an animal. Sexually assaulted that girl and he got released back into the community and then got released. What was it? They found him and gave him £500 to shut him up.
It.
So we're here every Sunday, but I actually fact checked everything, and she said to me, she said to me, do you fact check before you spew your rubbish out? And I said, how can I fact check someone who's undocumented, unvetted? What am I fact checking against? We don't even know who's in the country because we've got no way. They're not even fingerprinted him.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm talking. This is the loony lefts.
Absolutely.
Do you fact check? I can't do that. You don't know how many's here. They're overpopulated in there.
I see the police are walking about.
Police, and also I asked them as well. And bear in mind, I think they've been in here 3 years, but there's only been a lot of noise because there's a lot of. I think that when they first came in here, it was family, and I think that's why it was like done softly. Okay, Now it's like it's all men. There's no family in there.
There's no
children.
there's no children.
No family,
there.
no
It's
children.
just
It's all
men.
men. And I've said to the police, do you ever go in? Do you ever go in? And like, we see them dealing in the thing. They've got a big pile of like hash or
the back.
on their table while they're eating their dinner. We've got, there's got, and I say to them, do you ever go in and do you ever check for weapons, check for drugs, see who's about? No, we only go in there if there's trouble. So there's no deterrent. So you can just quickly go in and out as much as you want. We had one here where one of them, they were all over in town the other week, and one of them left their bags. So of course, I left it open and all these paperwork fell out. So we thought we'd pick it up and be nice. And anyway, picked it up and he was on charges in St Albans Court for sexual assault, robbery and drugs. And you shouldn't be anywhere near children. There's 2 colleges here.
2 colleges, schools up the road from here, and you've got a guy like that.
And you just got vulnerable people. There's women. There's a gym up here as well. That's very much a youngsters' gym. It's a 24-hour, not securitised or anything like that. So it only takes 2 guesses what goes on in here.
And another thing as well, I remember this, Stevenage, I remember this being an entrance to Tesco's. Now, didn't they have to change this because they were taking stuff, weren't they?
They're robbing it, literally, and they still do it now, and we've got videos, because sometimes if I'm a bit bored, I go on a little video run, and I actually catch them in the process of doing it. Called 2 in London. He came out with 2 bottles of champagne and 6 just literally picked them up and walked them out.
They get away with it.
They get away with it.
They get away with it, aren't they?
But I wouldn't dream of doing that. Because I've got morals, and this is not the British culture. And these men do not understand. They come from a third world country where women are second-class citizens. They are raped and murdered daily, and they're just commodities for men. That's it.
And there's no emotion.
And
there's no empathy that they've done that.
We've seen it. They see us. They see themselves as primitive animals.
That's it.
They have to hump a woman to feel that
To feel worthy.
To feel worthy.
They
he goes, I've got to do that one that we filmed. He said, I've got to do it. Yes, I have to have sex with you to feel a man. And this other man's saying to no, you go, no, you don't.
Yeah.
But he said, and his eyes were like, yes, I do.
Yeah. I'm not keen on the guy. I'm not keen on him at all. Ross Kemp. With what,
I mean,
in the past, mate, but not with what's been going on. There's a lot of few things, and he had an interview with some African guys, and they had no empathy, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they said yes. He highlighted
He
that.
highlighted it, and he said, well, you know, they'd assaulted a woman, and they had no empathy.
And he said, do you what, you rape them? He goes, yeah, we just do it every day. That's what we do. And they laughed about it, and like you can see the disgust in Kemp's face and that. But this is what we're dealing with, and also they're coming over here. Now these men are traumatised with war and whatever else they've seen in their life. Don't forget, these were once children. Yeah, they weren't born like that. They were born into it, but they've never evolved. They've never developed. They still live in this third world mentality where women are nothing and literally are nothing. And you've only got to look at countries where certain religions have come in and oppressed countries, and look at the women within overnight. You've gone from women to being able to walk down the street to being completely covered. And it's all under the name of this person that no one knows of. You know, but it's not what people found to realize. It's nothing to do with what they are what's the word, honouring, or you know what they believe in. It's the fact that the man has the power over the woman. That's what it all comes down to. They use religion as a veil. Because if you look at any cults, any religions, the women are the ones that are always oppressed. You never see the women on top of the men, do you? It's always the other way around. So why would any other religion be different? So why would any human being in this country want something like that in their country? Where if you've only got to look at certain places, they have Sharia law. They don't act or they don't use our judicial system. They use their own judicial system, and they carry out atrocities. You know, they are the lawmakers. But they say there's no Sharia law. We know there's Sharia law. There's certain parts of the country where there's no go areas for any ethnicity.
And it's unfortunate.
And this is nothing, and I must stress, the big place as well is like it's nothing about colour. And this is what it is. It's nothing about colour. It's about race. It's not about anything like that. It is about knowing right from wrong. And I don't want to live in an ideology where women are oppressed or silenced and have no voice. And my children definitely not.
Absolutely. Thanks, Hayley.
You're welcome.
Thanks for that. She'll be on the microphone later, won't you? Are you giving us a loud Hayley?
I don't know.
No, you've done
if
your
they want me
thing.
to. I'm ambushed shouted out this week. I was at Westminster not Westminster. Where was I yesterday? I've been at so many. London. I was at Freedom Fighter. Did you follow Freedom Fighter? I was with him on Wednesday in the lovely Harmony. So we had a great time. We went to the Children's Education, went to BBC, went to Scotland Yard, and I was with this lovely lady here. Where's her name?
There's the ladies down here, isn't there? These are the other pink ladies down. I'll show you.
So anyway, you go.
Yeah, thanks, Hayley. Cheers. Hello. Just a quick chat. This is another pink lady.
Yeah, what's that?
Do you want to say a few words?
I know.
You don't. That's fair enough. That's all good.
Everyone's on a Sunday. I know. Church is on the Friday.
The lady just doing her thing and what she believes in, and there's another young lady here. What would you like to say? Would you like to say anything about your being a pink lady, or just a quick?
I don't really know what to say apart from I just wish Stevenage would come and support us. I know loads of people my age that absolutely disagree with what's happening, and yet none of them come and stand with us.
And like Hayley, isn't it? She was saying that it's people scared. People actually scared to stand here. But why? Why are they?
I know we get shouted at sometimes, but who cares?
Who cares?
That's not going to hurt, is it?
No.
Still making our stand, and that's what we've got to do.
We've been attending rallies and protests for the last 5 years, and you do get shouted at, but you do. It's a 50-50 response. I found with a lot of people just shout back, throw your flag on. That's it. All right. Okay. Right. Well, I hope it goes all right today. All right. Okay. So anyway, no, that's fine. No, that's brilliant. So as you can see, it's a small turnout here today, but it's still a good turnout, and that's the main thing. They've got a good support here. There's a lot of online support as well. So the meeting was for 11. It's now come up to about 20 to 12. So we'll see if the crowd picks up. But unfortunately, it's the case. People they'll talk to you about it. You know, when you're out, you meet them, or you're out socially with them. They'll mention it, but they won't be prepared to stand here like these guys are and actually do something about it. This is what I keep saying. You know, I've said in the past that people think that standing up or going over and protesting doesn't make a difference. My opinion, I disagree with that. I think it does make a difference. I think it has made a difference in the past with certain things that were being pushed 5 years ago, and I was there back on these lockdown rallies, and we're talking over 1 million, way over 1 million, probably more, 2 million maybe, in London. They knew there was a pushback going on. They changed, you know, and we'd be in a far darker place now in this country if people hadn't attended those rallies. I'm certain of it. People may disagree. Like I say, we're in a free country, hopefully still a free country, tethering, but I believe that did make a difference. So yeah, so this is the hotel. This is the Ibis. The Abyss, well, it is like an abyss, isn't it? This is the Ibis, and this is where they are. Around there, this is in the centre of Stevenage town centre there. And like I say, there's the group, very small group we've got here at the moment. But yeah, so we'll see how this goes today, see what happens. Hi, I'm currently now with Aaron, who's one of the founders of Herts Stand Up. And yeah, just a few words please, Aaron.
How you doing, alright? Just organise a protest. We flag movement. We started off as a flag movement in Stevenage. That was it really. Just started. No protests were going on here. There's 2 migrant hotels in Stevenage. Decided to do something about it. Try and make our voices heard. And actually get the government to listen to us. We put the flags up. Seen one's been taken down since we were here last week. We've done all the ones in the town all around Stevenage.
So that's you guys?
Yeah, that's what we started. So we've got a GoFundMe on there, which is funding all the flags. And we go out and do that. We've still got about another 300 to put up. I think we're out again this week coming.
Who's the guy who had their hair caught light or something?
Yeah, that's Louis.
That's Louis.
We all out together.
Oh, the guy over there. Yeah. I saw that on video.
Yeah, we was all out that night. There was 5 of us, and it come over a wall, happened to hit Louis. And no, we don't know. The police have apparently still dealing with it. No more on it. I've really stayed out of the police side of it. So there's nothing to do with it. But just trying to raise a bit more awareness, get a few more people here. If anyone wants to join the network and come out flagging, we're obviously Herts Stand Up, so we're flagging as much of Hertfordshire as we can, not just Stevenage, but Stevenage
Put
being
that link in the comments, Herts Stand Up.
being our hometown, we're trying to flag Stevenage, but then if people make a donation for their area, then we go out and flag their area as well.
That's it.
Pretty much it.
This sounds a good setup.
Yeah,
Sounds a good setup. It's what we need.
It's starting off, it's dwindling out now. Obviously, I think it's the weather, but it's dwindling down. But everyone's busy and got lives, you can't to drop everything. But if anyone wants to join us flagging, drop us a message on the Herts Stand Up.
And this is another guy. Sorry, this is the other guy, part of the flag movement. So this is Stuart. This is Stuart. Merchandise and these. This is the gear. There you go. You can get this.
Union Jack.
Yeah, all on there. And you've got the
Patches as well, people want patches.
The patches on there. So it looks pretty good to kit up and everything.
Even if anyone wants to get involved or come down to the protest, we go to any other protest. We're at Epping, Cheshunt on Fridays, Epping on Sundays. We attend them, do a little bit of filming ourselves.
So that's going on throughout the...
There's always stuff. We go to the London ones. We'll be trying to just attend anyone who's in Hertfordshire who wants to be a part of a movement and try and do something, try and push the word out there and get this government to sort their life out a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Not scared to walk down the road and because I've got that stitched on my chest. People give you dirty looks just for wearing a jumper with my flag on it. If you don't like it, as far as I'm concerned, fuck off.
Exactly.
Because I'm not racist, I'm not here to discriminate on anyone, I'm here just to stop the illegal immigration, not stop it. I'm not one-handedly going to be able to stop it, but I'm going to fight the corner. I've got a 9-year-old daughter myself that I mainly doing it for, and it's just something's got to be done.
We're disowning our own veterans.
Exactly, I was saying that to
My whole family and everything.
There was a YouTube video out yesterday, and one of the auditors went to one of the hotels.
My own cousin got medically discharged and told in 6 weeks he had to vacate. And he had no support.
Yeah.
And he was like, very badly injured. He was hit by shrapnel, and at the age of 23 he had to walk.
And no help at all.
And there was no help at all.
No help, nothing.
But yet we can give 15.3 billion pound a year to support illegal migration, but we can't help out the men and women who have
Registered, legal, documented
and
civilians.
they've bled against
Whether they're
the ultimate sacrifice.
but even whether they're vets or not, there's enough just British homeless people. Obviously, vets are important as well, but I just mean British homeless people. We've got something we're going to be doing in the pipeline as well. So when we raise a little bit more money, we're going to go into London and do a day as Hearts stand up, helping the homeless. We're going to take them for haircuts. If they need booking into a hotel, make sure they got warm sleeping bags. We're going to sit with them, ask them if we can document it, take them for a meal, get them something warm to eat, get them a haircut if they need one. Not saying they all need haircuts, but just a bit of human interaction with them and make them feel like they are wanted members of society still. You know what I mean?
That's fantastic. That's absolutely brilliant.
That's another thing we're doing. We've got in the pipeline. Try and do it around Christmas time as well. Just you know, when well, I haven't been in that position, but I can imagine if you're sitting there and people just all day walking past you, you just feel like you're just being ignored. You're just invisible. Yeah. So we're going to go and try and make them feel a little bit, even if it's for a day.
No, it's fantastic. That's brilliant. So that's what I mean. It's not just about what's been going on
These are
here.
non-profitable. All of our merchandise, it's literally cost price for what it costs us. We don't make anything on it. It's not for anything. Our GoFundMe, everything goes back in.
Like I say, I'll put these guys. I'll put the link in the comments. So if you want to check out one of these Deeds, one of the Merc, then you know where to get it. And, all right. Yeah. So we've got a few more people turning up now. Thanks, Aaron.
I appreciate that. No worries.
All right. Cheers. Yeah. So we've got another guy here from there.
These boys have been asking me that.
So Martin Goucher reports on there.
I've got friends who've got children, grandchildren, and if I don't do something, they haven't got a future.
No, I don't blame you, mate. I've literally come down for exactly the same reason. Because it's the first one I've been. I used to work in it, and I know Stevenage. I know Stevenage quite well. And it's a huge hotel, to be fair, isn't it? How many housing in it? Do you know? Yeah, no worries.
How many's in this hotel?
Oh God, this years ago. This used to be, I think about 300 in there, 300 rooms. Yeah.
It's got a lot of. It's got to be what,
It's about 300, I think.
It's 98 rooms.
Is it 98? Yeah, but
200 men.
yeah, and that all that there's.
It's two hotels.
They had them throwing bales of piss at us a couple of weeks ago.
There is an even bigger one as well in Stevenage.
I think it'd be a good turnout.
We've got another one over the other side.
What is that? The Novotel. They're in there.
They've got Harris fencing right now and they're screwing to our bikes. We're going to do a protest there, but you can't get anywhere and there's no parking.
I've got down there early, so I was down there
Yeah, you got and it's easy
Getting the
access.
support here, which is really disappointing. This is like week 6 or 7 we've been running them here now, and we're still getting the same 10 people turn up. But on social media, everyone's like, we need to save the world.
I know, but no one turns
It
up.
seems to be the world's full of keyboard warriors.
Yeah, yeah,
If you're a keyboard warrior, get off your ass and come and support us.
absolutely.
One of them we had 10 people here and we had 16 police officers turn up. So this one we didn't tell them about. They just turned up and said we're doing one on Saturday and there's 2 just patrolling. So when we tell them and organise a protest properly how they asked us to, they sent 16 police officers here for 10 of us and started getting hands on with us because there was 2 guys that were here drinking, nothing to do with us, and started trying to join us.
Oh, I did hear about that. Were they climbing up there or something?
No, that was the one Ronnie done. That was about 8 weeks ago. Yeah, that was some youngsters.
Up there,
There was a couple of guys drinking and tagged onto one of our protests in the evenings. We normally do it on Monday night, 6 till 9 p.m.
Is that stopping now, the Monday night?
Yeah. We was trying to do it 'cause it's busier on a Saturday. You get a few more opinions. You can have some interviews with potential lefties. We've had quite a lot of confrontations with the left. We had one bloke, what was it, last week, come up to Hayley while she was on the megaphone and like squaring up to her, threatening to punch her, and that young lad.
Yeah, proper man, eh?
I had it last Monday. Everyone's welcome to their opinions. We was having a chat with a guy, and then we was like, we're all being passionate. He was being passionate passionate in the way he spoke, and then someone else started being passionate, and he was like, "I'll shut up," and started being all rude, and walked towards me, and then started licking my nose, and then the police got involved because they just gave him a little push and said, "Go away, mate. You're not wanted here. We're all being passionate. We're letting you have your say. We're having our say, and you're trying to shut us down now. This is our protest. If you don't like it, fuck off."
Yeah. And it's your given right to stand here and protest. It's our given right to do
Freedom
that.
of speech. And
Freedom of
that's
speech.
the biggest thing I'm fighting for.
Yeah, that's it.
I served a very short period in the military myself, and it's like I wouldn't do it now. You're not serving the British Army. You're just serving an army.
Yeah.
A government-controlled army.
Government-controlled, yeah.
Sadly, it's horrible it's come to that because hundreds of thousands of men and women that did fight for our country, sadly, it feels like they've fought for nothing.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
When you speak to some of these vets that remember us saying that, they're like, I'm glad I'm not, some of them like, I'm saying I'm glad I've not got long left in this country. And that is such a sick thing to hear from someone who's given me.
People who were saying it was a shame. He said, I'm ashamed now that I fought for this country.
For this country, yeah. It is. That guy went on TV, didn't he? The old the veteran, and he was saying that he's ashamed. Yeah. You know, the way things have turned out.
It's crazy.
So there's always people in there with backstabbing someone to get in. And the thing with Rupert Lowe and Ben Habib, part of the reason was they're multi-millionaires, they run their own business, they've always told people what to do. Now they've been told what to do, they didn't like it. I do like Ben, actually. I've met him quite a few times.
I quite like Ben and Rupert.
I do.
So on the point you said, right, like you say, right, they don't even need the money, right?
Well,
especially Rupert, right? They've got very successful businesses, so they don't need to do it. So what are they doing for? I do believe there's a thing with ego, and I think you are going to get every part. But then sometimes you need that. You need that character. Like as much as I used to be a fan of Nigel Farage, much as I'm not now. At the same time, you've got to give him. He's got the X factor as a politician.
Well, he's been
he's
Boris Johnson, isn't he?
He's got the charisma to pull it off, and that's what he's done. But at the same time, unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be what people expect.
No, I think he's just saying the right things maybe at the moment, isn't he?
What then you think he's going to go against? Because I've heard this. But then why? He doesn't need to say that. There's so many people like if he backed. We don't have to have the big debate about the Tommy Robinson thing, but if he backed Tommy Robinson like Ben Habib done, look how much support we get. It was like over 1 million people that went to that event, right? That's 1 million voters in your back pocket. Do you know what I'm saying?
And I think
there's nothing wrong with being saying you're right wing. There's nothing wrong saying you want to deport all these immigrants. And even with legal migration, because people don't understand, they're not just coming over on boats. They're coming over on planes and lorries. Then what they're doing is they're letting their visas expire, and then they're going off off the face of the earth. So you can't track them.
Mingling into society and going under the radar.
So this is what I'm saying. So we've got all the people like that. So I know we concentrate on the boats because it's the thing that we physically can look at and like we see, they should be. Of course we know what's going on. And then you've got the cheek of people like Border Force going on strike. Going on strike for what? It seems like they've been on strike for like 6 years because they've done nothing.
The thing is,
I think all it is, Reform are just saying what people are clinging on to at the moment. You know, Reform are kind of the only party out there that really seems to be.
But the thing is,
on our level, you know, it's not really what.
I think what it is though with Reform, they got in at a good point. That's when you had the likes of Rupert Lowe on their side, and people, and then obviously fan in January early this year. But the thing is, they've got the mainstream, and even they was like not got a mainstream either. But this is the problem Advance have got. They've actually got to put boots on the ground because let's face it. As much as I like the people on GB News and I like watching their content and their coverage, and I'm not going to stop doing that, they do stop the likes of Ben Habib and Rupert Lowe going on there and other people because. I think there is a protection of reform.
There is a line, isn't there?
I think, and they do promote reform in that way. And you know, if I was a reform supporter, I think that's brilliant because that's exactly what the country they need because they get shunned on the likes of I don't even like to say the word BBC, but you know they get shunned by them, ITV, Channel 4. For me, they're all paid off.
Of course they're all the voice box for the government, aren't they?
No, exactly. What are you on the channel?
I'm on channel MarkusMark. MarkusMark. Yes, a new channel.
Were you on YouTube?
YouTube, yeah.
Are you on any other platforms?
No, just Instagram, Facebook.
Are you live on YouTube now?
I'm not live. I'm doing I'll edit this all down. But yeah, so yeah, MarkusMark. If any of you guys are out there, get subscribing. Like I say, new channel.
What is it you mainly cover?
We're covering a lot of protests now. We was at the Digital ID one a few weeks ago, back in Marble Arch. We've got one coming up next Saturday, Digital ID. We'll be at that one. There was one in Birmingham as well a few weeks back. Just talking about what's happening in the world now with a lot of things, you know, with this Digital ID, with what's going on with the...
This is the thing, there's so many things that are affecting us now, like there are distractions with things like Digital ID. Like, I was at the protest in Downing Street for that one, the No to Digital ID one. Then we had the ones the other week as well, like Starmer Out. But I feel there's so many, it's such a hard job, if you want to call it a job, being a resident of the UK, because there's so many, we're being divided by the government. We've been hit with missiles left, right and centre, and we don't know which way to turn our heads. Don't get me wrong, illegal migration is a massive problem for me, and for everyone, I think, and that is the main priority that people want to see change. But it's not the only thing. Like I was speaking to a lady up there about, she was preaching about Christianity. These are people, the boys, whatever.
Oh, I saw them, man.
Leaflets. So I was speaking as well, because I was asking her about Christianity, because I do think, you know, Christianity, we are a Christian country at the same time, but we need to reinforce some of the values of Christianity. I mean, it's something that's, you know, a lot of the parties like UKIP, for instance, have been going on about for a long, long time. But we need to really, because everyone's divided. Families all divided.
The country's divided, isn't it?
All of antisocial behaviour. You need to go all the way back to that family.
And unfortunately, do you know what I think the answer will be? The answer will be your saving grace, and this is my opinion, will be the Digital ID. And I think that's a major red flag at the moment, because I think as soon as we go down that road with Digital ID, we're giving up everything. We're giving up our freedoms, and I think this is being used as a leverage to bring that in. The immigration side of things, the reaction solution. Create a problem, and I've talked about this on my previous videos. Problem, reaction, solution. You create a problem, you get people saying, what can we do, what can we do? They bring in the reaction, and it's not what you had agreed with first of all, but it's a problem to react to.
They're already implementing it though in little ways, shape or form, and people don't realise it. And we've got to blame ourselves as well to some degree, because we've got everything on an app. And I'm guilty of it, and I'm still guilty of it. So I'm actually being a hypocrite. And
I try and use cash as much as
you know what I mean.
Well.
I always forget to
I know it's easy.
It's so convenient. It's things like, you know, using these Just Eat apps. But what people don't understand, the app with this digital ID, because it's not an ID card, it's an app. They will have access to absolutely everything on your phone. You're giving away permission to everything, whether that's all your anything, WhatsApps, contacts, everything, and they can shut you down. We're going to become a social credit score, and they'll be able to measure you,
China.
how far you drive. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to. You can't buy that. They've even now got carbon footprints on food packaging.
Well, certain banks are now saying, is it NatWell something? Are saying that you've had your carbon footprint on what you're spending. Like if you're spending so much on petrol, it's coming up with your carbon score, and that's on the bank. That's on your bloody statement.
I know. I ignore it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, try and use cash, guys, as much as you can. I know it's an inconvenience sometimes, but we really don't.
Going back to your earlier point about digital ID, it's the one thing that could probably bring the so-called left and the right together, because there's so many people on the left that disagree with it as well. And if there's one bit of common ground that we can all get together on, even just to close the government down, because look, like you said, they've come out and said digital ID will stop illegal migration. Excuse my French, how the fuck is it going to stop illegal migrants crossing our channel without any documents anyway? They're unvetted anyway. Do you really think they're going to give a shit about a digital ID? So what you're saying is you want us to have it, so that anyone who hasn't got it are the ones you're then going to either deport or detain. So what about people like me that's going to refuse to have it? So you're literally going to then detain me, or give me fines or whatever, or go to prison or whatever it is. So it's not going to stop anything.
No.
You think these people on the boat, they're laughing at us.
Well, the thing is, right, you say that ID, right? End of the day, they chuck their ID across the fucking to the channel straight away, so the ID's already gone. So, end of the day, mummy language, most of these people on these delivering this food, who are these people? Have they got ID? I don't know what it's like in Stevenage, where I live south of the river, and
It's a similar setup.
It seems to me
it's a similar setup wherever you go.
Last night I came back from Cheshunt last night, and I got back to Clapham Junction about 11:30ish or something like that, and there's blokes going around delivering food. Who delivers food at 11:30 on a Friday night? What are they delivering?
There you go.
And
That's another
Well,
thing,
they're
isn't it?
working illegally out of these hotels. We've seen them.
Yeah.
Cool,
yeah.
we know that.
Yeah, and that was going on a lot with the Canary Wharf
Going back to the politics,
Hotel. They were coming in out their scooters, weren't they?
going back to the,
and the police were-
Nigel Farage, right? Adam Brooks said this about a month ago they were in Epping. What you got to remember, no politician is your friend. So regardless of whatever your political views are, even Donald Trump, Nigel Farage, none of them. At the end of the day, they're all snakes.
Yeah.
And I read Katie Hopkins' book, and someone said, Katie, you need to get into politics. She goes, no, I'm not a snake. And that's the only way you get into politics. I know a former Tory MP, Scott Benton, and he got kicked out of the Tory party. He was a naughty boy anyway. And he goes, when he's going to cabinet meetings with Boris Johnson, and he goes, people would do anything, stab you in the back, stab you in the front, so they get into that cabinet. They don't care who they tread on. And politics is such a messy business, and they're all the
I think
same.
it all needs rerouting.
It
does. It needs a complete revamp.
I love Donald
Yeah,
Trump. I love Donald Trump.
The civil service, I think that's the main issue. Because
Yeah.
the civil service are the ones that have been, they're the protectors between the prime ministers or the presidents or whatever, the leaders, and the so-called WEF
Yeah.
or the EU. They are the ones with the strings. And
They're the ones.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
Keir Starmer is a puppet.
Yeah.
He's a puppet on a string.
You take Keir Starmer out, people say, oh, get rid of Keir Starmer. There'll be another one in the background. There'll be someone else in the background.
You're going to
They're
get
all-
David Lammy.
Yeah, exactly.
village idiot.
Yeah.
The thing is,
we'll
right,
get them
we
all.
go back to, I was over in Chelsea a couple of weeks ago, and I heard these two lads talking, and they said, at the moment, I can't stand Starmer, but you get rid of him,
You'll get someone else.
you've got Lammy or Samoos or where. In a way, it's best to stick with Starmer, because it's.
No, you're right, Percy. Sorry, I'm just talking to my.
We're all.
I don't want him. I want to get rid of him. But at the moment, I don't think. Because we're in London. We've got a bigger problem in London.
Yeah.
Is that bloke called Khan.
Exactly.
Gee, don't start me on him.
I know.
Yeah, Chi, how you doing?
Oh yeah, I get loads, but you know, I just turn them off.
Yeah, I don't block them.
No, I don't block. I like them actually because they give me the strength to carry on.
Like the ones with the little laughing
Yeah.
emojis in there.
Yeah.
But people need to get out in the streets. I mean, being on the back of your phone and just commenting is not enough. It's not enough.
A lot of people say, oh well, I didn't come, but I watched it on YouTube. I'm like, it's great what you guys are doing. Without you lot, like, we wouldn't even have the coverage we have because you're telling the truth.
Yes.
But a lot of people now are just too happy to just sit, well, I can watch it online, but that's not supporting or fighting the cause. We need you here.
Even if
we
you're
need
here for a little
numbers.
bit.
We need power in numbers. That is the only way anything ever happens. Power in numbers.
Because now, look, we said with this, they don't care. They think, oh, there's only like 20, 30 of them. They're all right. Like, something kicks off, they don't care.
I remember going to a Christmas party, a works Christmas party here back in about 87, 88. Used to be a lovely conference. Well, this is the old signage here. Used to be a big conference room in there, bar. Used to be a lovely venue, the old Ibis. Not anymore. Yeah, so perhaps where a lot of the dealing goes on and what the locals are saying. What's going on around here? A lot of boys hanging around. Yeah, it used to be a nice hotel. Nights out in the old town, used to stay here quite a bit in Stevenage Old Town. It's just a stone's throw from over there, and we used to stay over here, so I'd get a taxi back. You can see it's all boarded off. Can't really see what's going on in there.
You alright? You getting fed well in there, mate? Yeah. You ain't getting in there, mate. You ain't getting in there. Because it's a hotel for the asylum, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, you can't say it there.
You ain't staying in there.
I don't want to now. When did that change?
They've been in here for about 4 years now.
That's what I mean. Teachers come out of there. There's some room.
You couldn't. It's an illegal immigrant hotel. That's what we're protesting against.
You can't get a room there, mate. Honest.
You sure you didn't book the Holiday Inn because it's there?
The Holiday Inn's behind.
Or Holiday Inn, or the.
But that's half and half. They got half of them in there.
You've got Holiday Express next to
The Holiday Inn as
fire
well.
station.
Yeah, they're in around there, like, yeah.
They won't let you near it.
No.
That's Holiday Inn. This is Ibis. Holiday Inn, go left there and just keep walking. It's just along
It's
there.
right at the end. You'll see it here. Look, you can see it.
I would have been shocked if you got a room in there.
I'm wrong.
I'm not in the
All right.
You go round that bit.
If you go, yeah, there's a ramp there.
At the ramp.
Just go straight up, yeah? Up that way. Do a left. Do a left.
Oh, comes another one. It's all happening.
Stay in there, mate. Finish work, buddy? Do you stay in there? That's hilarious.
You know, from the room in there.
Kicking off the way you grab the door.
But let me fucking in.
Your hair.
I've got
Caught a light. Do you mind just telling the story? Is that all right to the guys? What happened? Yeah.
No, it happened on the 23rd of August.
Yeah.
We went, we was doing the flagging. It was our first night flagging.
Yep.
Stevenage Patriots and Herts stand up. We was doing it. Lovely evening. The police kept stopping us all night, telling us what good job we're doing. Just to be careful of the road in case we fell off the ladder, do you know, like in the street and all that sort of stuff. So they moved us on to like residential street. We went up there, we was doing it for about 2-3 hours up there, and again the police kept stopping us, telling us what a good job we're doing. Like, do you know what I mean? Their body cam off and all that sort of stuff, which we thought, you know, it was like a big sign of relief because I thought we was going to get bloody nicked or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though we weren't doing nothing wrong, but you know what the police have been like lately. They're just unpredictable. Do you know what I mean? But they was on our side, so we felt safe doing it. Do you know what I mean? And literally done all the flags up. We saw the last old bill car. They said to us, "Are we going home now?" We was like, "Yeah, we're finishing up. We're going to go home." Literally walked back to my car. As soon as we walked back to my car, I put my hand on the back door like this. As soon as I done that, it exploded. So one hit my back door of my car, and as soon as that exploded, I looked up and another one came to my head. But I turned my head so slightly, so it hit me here. But it's healed up now. There's a scar as well. It's about that picture scar.
You're lucky guy.
Yeah, I know.
Lucky guy.
But if I didn't move my head, it just happened so quick. If I didn't move my head, that would have got my eye. I think it would have took my eye out. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
So, so that literally happened. The lads here, they all helped me clean it up. Took me to the hospital and all that sort of stuff. And it's just been a long inquiry now. The police are saying there's no further lines of inquiry, not enough evidence.
Who was it? Any idea?
No idea. They're trying to say there's no cameras, no CCTV, no ring doorbells. I think they're just trying to brush it onter the carpet.
I think it sounds like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is obvious. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because it's serious. What could have killed me? Do you know what I mean?
It's GBH, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's-
exactly. Yeah. So when I went for I did not an interview. When I done my statement, she tried to write down on the bit of paper. I saw it. That it was ABH. But I told my local reform counsellor who's been helping me with all my emails, and he couldn't believe it. So they've done it through as an aggressive GBH charge.
Right.
But he wants it to be done as an act of terrorism and attempted murder.
Okay.
Because
so Reform are helping you as well. Fair play to them.
Yes,
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I told the police that I was scared of my safety because obviously the video was out there of my face.
Yeah.
So the person who threw the petrol bomb obviously knows what I look like. And if he's living in the same town as me, I was like, what about if he's walking behind me and I don't know? He could stab me in the neck.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he laughed down the phone, the police. Said it was my own fault. Do you know what I mean? Like,
nice.
Niggering and stuff. How nice is that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and I just think...
And you've got your own Instagram as well, haven't you?
Yes.
Is that right? I'll put the link. What is it? And I can...
my one is Stevenage Patriots.
Okay.
And then I'm on X as well, and that's Herts Patriots.
Okay.
But I'll send you the link so you can put them on the
Send us the link, and I'll
that's
put it
fine.
all in description and everything.
But I thought, now it's made me want to raise awareness.
Yeah.
Because I'm not being funny. This can happen to someone. It could happen to someone next week in this
Yeah,
town
yeah.
where they've not caught them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you do such a great job round town as well,
Yeah.
with all the flags and
Yeah,
everything.
this
You know
is
what I
it,
mean?
yeah.
It's not many towns. We're up in Northampton way, and few and far between up there.
Yeah,
You know,
I know.
but here it seems to be more the towns either up north or down south a lot
Yeah.
seem to be doing it.
This
The
is
middle
it.
grounds
Yeah. I
don't
know.
seem to be doing much.
No,
You know, there's
I
not a
know.
lot happening there. I don't know why.
This is it. This is it.
Yeah.
And this is what it's just made me feel more stronger for what I'm doing.
It would do.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
after that attack. 'Cause
Absolutely, yeah.
Fair enough if you don't agree with the flags, you can't go around harming people.
No.
Trying to kill
No,
someone for putting
no,
a flag up. Do you know
no.
what I mean? Which is evil.
Exactly. Like I say, even if you had
Barbaric.
barbaric.
Do you know what it
yeah.
is? Do you know what I mean?
Evil,
Yeah,
evil.
it is, it really is.
To inflict harm,
Yeah.
unless you are in danger yourself.
Exactly.
Why would you do that to another human being?
I'd rather someone
Yeah.
come up to me and say, "Oi, why are you
What are you
putting them flags
doing?"
up?"
Yeah.
And we can have a chat.
Yeah.
But waiting for me to get back to my car and do it sneakily.
Yeah.
I think the reform council, I think they was waiting for me to sit in my car seat and then they was going to do it. So obviously, if I had my seatbelt on and they threw the petrol bomb, that would have burnt me a knife in my car. That's hate. That's pure evil.
That is
Do
evil.
you know what I mean?
Hatred. Yeah.
Yeah. So since that, it's just I was a bit all over the place. But now I know
Yeah.
it's just made me stronger. For
Yeah.
what I believe in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
thought I'm not letting that.
Bit of trauma as well with that
it
as
has,
well, isn't it?
really has,
It's trauma. Yeah, of course it is.
So I went out with a few of my mates a couple of weeks ago and my family a few weeks before that. And when you hear the loud bangs, it makes you
jump.
And I've never
Yeah.
been like that before.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, God, I was
Bit of PTSD.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it
you
is.
know
It
what I
is.
mean?
Of course,
It is,
anything like that. Yeah.
And it literally, I jumped, my whole back got all sweaty, and I thought, I felt a bit like, and I thought, I know it ain't a petrol bomb.
Yeah.
But it made me feel like that's night. Do you know
That's
what I mean?
night, yeah.
Just brought it
Get a
all back.
flashback.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a flashback
yeah, it
with it.
does, it does.
Yeah.
But it's just made me stronger now. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I'm here every
So,
week.
so how do you feel? How's it going here in Stevenage
Yeah,
with
it's
all
going
this?
alright. Is it only?
Yeah.
I'd say this is like the fifth or sixth protest down
Yeah.
here. It's still small in numbers, but we
Yeah.
are getting the message out. But we need a lot more supporters from our town. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think it's a confidence thing. I think some people are scared to lose their job, to have their
Yeah.
face on film.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think you've got to be right in your mindset to come
Yeah.
down. Do you know what I
And
mean?
that's a common theme
Yeah.
you hear at rallies and protests.
Yes.
People are afraid. They'll say it down the pub.
Yeah.
They'll say it they'll say it at
yeah,
work.
yeah,
They'll
yeah.
say it, but
Yeah.
getting out and doing
Yeah,
something.
this is it. I saw
they
a
don't
lot of
wanna-
them at Remembrance Sunday, and I was like, "You need to come down and join us." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, we'll be there."
see 'em.
And they're not here.
Not
do you know
here.
what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but I thought
Yeah.
at least we're here. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it might be small numbers, but I think as
Yeah.
each week comes by,
Yeah.
we'll start getting bigger and bigger. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
hoping anyway. But
It's just a shame they don't sow. It's going on in their country. The country's falling to pieces,
Yeah.
and yet they're more worried about how their football team's getting on.
I know.
You know, that's
yeah.
what I find infuriating.
Yeah, same as that.
You know,
It
and
really
fighting
makes-
over that,
Yeah,
and
it
you know,
really
and getting
does.
round. Let's get a grip and find out what's worth worrying about.
Yeah.
Not a group of millionaires running around.
Yeah, no,
I like
exactly.
football. I mean, I love football.
Yeah.
Get
I
our
know.
priorities straight
Exactly.
here.
This is more
you know,
important at the
this
moment.
is more
Do you know what I
important.
mean? Because otherwise we're not going to have a country in 15,
No.
20 years.
No.
Or we still are going to have a country, but it's going to be a different rule. Do you know what I mean? And
Different
it's not,
divide, yeah.
exactly. And we
Yeah.
can't be having that. Do
No.
you know what I mean? It's scary times to
Yeah.
think about it. Do you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm here every
Yeah.
weekend.
No, you're doing a great job. Sorry, and your name is?
I'm Louis.
And it's Louis.
Yeah.
And like I say, Louis, we'll put his in the links and description, everything.
one, yeah,
Or his
wicked nice
Instagram.
one.
Thanks, Louis.
Yeah,
Cheers.
you're welcome.
Thank
No
you.
worries, buddy.
Stand outside the school. One of you out patrol.
School from 3 to 4.
Yeah, Haley was saying. Yeah.
That's not moved since we've been here. It's closed the doors the whole time.
So that's new, that camera there, isn't it?
So I
That's
had a
yeah.
flag on there that we put up a couple of weeks
Yeah.
ago. They've taken the flag down to put CCTV, but you film that every couple of minutes, look up at it, and the camera does not move off that door. It solely films the Ibis
So,
Hotel.
yeah.
And is that to protect the people of Stevenage, or is that to protect the illegal immigrants in the
Well, I
Ibis
know what my
Hotel?
money's on.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Yeah.
put out on media or anything like that. And just start with the little things.
Comes another one out there.
You're taking your life into your own hands in there, girl.
I've been giving them gifts. When they were here last time and they had the stand up to racism lot on that here, I filmed them from over there and they went in with baskets of gifts, biscuits, flowers, clothing. I was like, it's got illegal immigrants in it.
No, go on, you're all right.
Some people are so scared they want your camera in public.
I know they're on camera anyway.
Yeah, they're on. Yeah, that's what I was cameras everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not in it.
Yeah, I just that's what I
Yeah, no, it's not on you.
What's your channel again?
Danny Tom, I think. It's my channel.
Yeah,
It's
your
Goucher Reports.
Okay, brilliant. I'll put that in the link in the comments and everything. Cheers. I'm MarkusMark. Yeah,
Are you local? Are you? Or?
Northampton way, but I'm from Stevenage. Okay, cool. Yeah, we've just moved up Northampton way. So yeah, well, I'm staying. I've got family still down here, so. But yeah, it's not. It's got worse down here. This used to be a lovely hotel. Growing up, I was saying, I remember having a Christmas party here back in the late 80s. That used to be a lovely big bar. Conference room there. God knows what it looks like now.
They kill the town centres.
Yeah.
So people don't want to come out. Why would you want to drink down here?
Yeah.
It needs, don't get me wrong, it needs upgrading, doesn't it? It's like most of these sorts of towns.
Yeah.
They're smashing.
They're running them down.
That PHS is going into 21 floors, 21-storey tower block they want.
More of these.
Yeah.
Every single shop down there is going to go. Flats above the shops where the scaffolding is.
And they're probably getting funded by the likes of BlackRock.
Yeah.
Is what they'll be doing.
Yeah,
So
they've got all the money in it.
Building, and then they'll just get they don't even need to. They don't need to have a privatised section. They can do it all social housing, all paid for, giving them all 10-year contracts.
They've had billions in this town centre. Like billions of pounds.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Do you know what? One thing when I moved
BlackRock
to
and Vanguard.
in the midst of moving, we was up.
Innit?
What a nice place to see.
They're the big buck there. They're the big corporation.
That's really nice. The town centre is
Yeah.
the rest of Stevenage.
How much money they
The
charge.
council actually really look after the green spaces and everything. It's really looked after.
Ibis part of it.
The only thing I'd say is
Ibis
I
are French,
wouldn't know. Ibis are French, yeah. Years ago, this used to be.
Intercontinental Hotel Group, I think.
And they're coming straight from France into all the Ibises.
I think it's a bit of an
almost like that's planned.
Yeah.
Novotel was also French.
French, isn't it? Novotel, yeah.
Core, which is
We should go down and do it.
and then IHG.
Well, years ago, this used to be
Come
the
off the A1, it's on your
Arthur
left.
Park.
There's a big sign.
Arthur Park Hotel, yeah. Then Ibis brought it out.
Was
And,
it here that they threw the piss out of
Yeah, up there. See the little sticky windows? That's the far from windows. So we were standing under here, we had the megaphones and we were just obviously protesting what we do. And they started hurling bottles of piss out the window, then eggs were coming down. The police tucked under the arch there, because they saw the missiles coming down. I was like, we're going to do anything? They were like, there's nothing we can do.
Find out the room.
So I said, okay, we'll start throwing them bottles of piss back, shall we? And they went, if you do that, you're going to be arrested. So you're watching them come over your head and land in front of your feet.
Yeah.
But because they're inside and you wouldn't be able to go in there and pick exactly what room it come from, or it's too much effort, you're not going to do
Too much
nothing about
effort.
it.
Like, all they've got to do is look at what window it came out of,
Go
get a
to
site
reception
plan.
and can you tell me what that room is there? I need to know what that room is. And they're not going to say no because you're police. When Haley documented it, one of them was seen in there with a knife. Two officers went in there and said, oh, we've approached the situation. Right, so where is it?
The same way they told all the Muslims to put the weapons back in the mosques.
yeah, can you imagine if that had been the other way around? Throwing bottles and like.
We found one of them dropped documents, didn't we?
Yeah.
And one of the people in here is banned from the whole of Hemel Hempstead, and he's been arrested on possession of Class A's and possession of a knife.
Yeah.
If that was any of us, should be in prison for 5 years.
Yeah.
It's a 5-year sentence for carrying a knife. He's banned from all West Herts colleges and the whole of Hemel Hempstead. And all they've done is move him into here, into a big like town centre.
Yeah, I documented that on our Instagram
And-
put the paperwork on there. That was up in the square, so we'd done a march. Sorry, interrupted. We'd done a march up there, and there was a few of them up there, so we just approached them to see if we could get some interviews. And they ran off, and one of them dropped some paperwork, and it was his bail conditions: some methamphetamines, carrying a blade, not allowed near West Herts College, and banned from the whole of Hemel Hempstead. So they shipped him and put him in here.
So now we've got him here walking
So now
about.
he's in here.
Love,
So
yeah.
and he said his name was Mohammed something, 1st of January, and he was only 17 apparently.
Oh, is that old?
Geezer had a full-on beard,
Yeah.
17 years old, methamphetamines, knives, and wasn't allowed near a college. Why are you not allowed near a college?
Wonder why.
Funny that.
Yeah.
You're either selling them drugs or you're
Yeah,
on the women.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Lovely guy.
But yeah,
And yet he's still allowed to walk through.
police defended
Yeah,
them.
he's walking free.
Police
Exactly.
defended them and escorted them back and made sure they went in there.
Yeah.
But we had one of them. He actually had an interview. We had a half-hour long interview with him. He was from
From Guyana.
Guyana, not Ghana, Guyana. And he said he's a Christian man, and his brother was trying to expose the government out there, so they were trying to kill him and his brother. So he said he come over on a plane, and when he got here, the government took his passport off him, and he done asylum the right way. He said, but they bully him in there, and he said he hates it in there. He said because he come the right way and done it the right way.
Yeah.
He went, they all bully him. He went, the amount of drugs and stuff that goes on there.
There's going to be divides within the hotel.
Cool, yeah.
There's assaults on all the hotel staff and everything. Had interviews with people who live in
A chap just walked past about 20 minutes ago since we've been here, and he said, I got a job in the Novotel as the chef. He went, I lasted 2 days and left. He went, I'm not working now. In the other migrant hotel down the road.
I have heard that there's staff getting assaulted, isn't there? And
staff are getting
didn't someone get attacked with a screwdriver or something a few weeks
probably.
about a month back, or I don't know if it was here or somewhere around.
That's what we should do, to apply for a job in one of them.
Yeah.
And then just film it from the inside.
Yeah.
Just go in your chef whites and how are we, gents? Yeah, lovely, nice to have you here. Get them the old Facebook glasses.
Yeah.
The better ones.
The metal ones, that's it, but everyone was saying to us, we can't make Mondays, we can't make Mondays. So, all right, we're waiting on the Saturday. Everyone said,
got the weekend out of the way.
everyone said, do a weekend, we'll be there. There's the same 10 here that have been here for the last 2 months. Sometimes you feel like you're fighting a losing battle, and you kind of feel like, is it worth it? We know it's worth it, you know it's worth it, everyone else.
It's not like that we haven't had issues here. Like we've had people getting flashed outside of here.
You've seen people post about the bail conditions of the fire.
And that was all here as well.
Yeah, that's
Thanks again for that.
Yeah, that's all right. See you soon.
I'll upload that next couple of days. All right, so you'll be on there. And, yeah, all right. Yeah, I won't edit it down. Just as you say it. You know what I mean? All right.
We've got one of them. See you later.
See you guys later.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers. Take care. Yeah. See you later.
Thank you. Yeah, lovely. Thanks. I'll see you later.
Yeah, give me a message.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I've got little. Maybe.
I'll do my one level 2 ones, and then come down. I'm also going to Epic. I've got a couple of ladies coming to.
So we approached them to see if we can get an interview.
See you later.
The police come over and like, leave them. We're asking them. If they say no, we'll leave them alone. So they walked off, one of them dropped some paperwork out of his pocket, and it was his bail conditions. He was apparently 17-year-old from the 1st of January, full on beard on him. Methamphetamines, knife, banned from West Herts College, and not allowed anywhere in Hemel Hempstead at all. Completely banned from the whole of Hemel Hempstead. Police escorted him and took him straight back in it.
Just keep doing it.
Other ways, or you just
can't
go
stop
and do
you.
a complete protest outside the council.
It's part of our human rights, which is what we're fighting for. This is part of the bigger picture. Yes, it's the illegal immigration. It's part of freedom of speech, human rights. It's all part of the cause.
See you later. See you, friend. Take care. What I'm.
Yeah, I lost your number.
I'll text you. I'll give you a text in a bit.
Right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. So, as you can see, been here a couple of hours. Unfortunately, not a great turnout, but it's a turnout. And message from the guys, message from the girls. Just try and get yourself out a bit, people. You know, give these protests a bit of support. If you feel that strongly about it, then get out and do something about it. You know, it's a couple of hours out of your weekend. All right. Anyway, gonna wrap it up there. Like I say, that's it's all good. No police around, so it's all been all right. So yeah, please like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Helps me, helps the channel, and yeah, you take care, and I will see you in the next video. All right, take care, guys. Bye bye.
It's not going to be there.